Hey loves! So I've been seeing a lot of videos, as all of you have, flooding my news feed with the Ice Bucket Challenge for the ALS Foundation. And there's two reasons why I'm not going to do the Ice Bucket Challenge. One, I don't have any money. Two, I care very much about this cause, and what I think there needs to be more of is awareness about what ALS is. As I've watched the different Ice Bucket Challenge videos, that's the one thing I've been missing, is I haven't seen one video explain what the heck ALS is, and I thought that that could be what I share with you. And the other thing I really wanted to share with you is my personal connection to ALS, because that's something else I'd love to see from people posting videos, is who they know that has ALS, memories of the person they know or did know with ALS. So I'd like to share that with you. Okay, so here we go. ALS stands for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. To break down amyotrophic, A typically means no or without, myo means muscle, and trophic means nourishment. So if we put that all together, it means no muscle nourishment. And then we have lateral, which has to do with where on the spinal cord ALS affects. And then we have sclerosis. So there's a hardening along the spinal cord, the lateral part of the spinal cord, where the motor neurons are. So our brain and our spinal cord are connected, and they send messages back and forth to one another. What happens in ALS is that the motor neurons start to die, and so our voluntary muscles stop being able to do their job. So ALS is a really absolutely devastating disease with no cure, that is gradual but absolutely progressive. So a person's mind is completely intact. They know everything that's going on, but their voluntary muscles stop working. So their muscles to move their arms and their legs, their respiratory muscles, the muscles it takes to swallow and to speak. So over time, they can become fully paralyzed, but are completely mentally cognizant. So for the family members, for the person going through it, it is just heartbreaking. So my personal connection to ALS comes from growing up with this great friend, Mark, whose father in about the 8th grade was diagnosed with ALS. I didn't know what it was at the time, but I knew slowly he was becoming paralyzed and had to use a wheelchair. And I remember that he used to come to church every Sunday, no matter how bad it got. And one of my favorite things was that he would still answer the phone when I called for Mark, even though he couldn't speak anymore. So I knew if there was a silence on the other end when I asked for Mark, that Mr. St. Pierre was on the phone. And I loved that he tried to be as normal as he could for as long as he could. It was a great lesson to learn. Mark lost his father far too young, and it was so hard for all of us to understand how someone could lose their father at that age. I still go to visit his grave every so often. I think because I was so young when it happened, I feel really connected to him and his story. And so I wanted to share that with you because there are real stories behind ALS. There are real people and families. And I think both the money and those stories are important. And so I hope that if you have a story related to ALS, that you'll share it. And I hope that Mark and also my friend Tom Klepak will share their stories with ALS because they're the ones who have really lived it. I'm so grateful to know them. And I hope that this did anything. I love you guys. Bye.